All right, guys, this is going to be a full guide on dominance, why women love the asshole of player. This is all about asserting yourself as the stronger entity in a relationship with a girl or in any given relationship. And a lot of this has to do with kind of taking jabs, picking fights, creating tension, right? I think the reason why the nice guy is like the opposite of this is because they're always seeking to get rid of any tension and to get rid of any friction or any strife or any possibility of a confrontation. Why would someone do this? Maybe because they're weak and they will not be able to win the confrontation. And so they avoid them at all costs. A lot of this also has to do with being an unmovable rock, being the leader and the emotionally stronger person. You're not going to comply. You're not going to be moved off center. You're not going to throw a tantrum. You're not going to cry. You're not going to be super gay and excited, right? You're going to be the strongest emotional rock and center point. So guys, how to be a dom and create attraction next time you're out. Yeah, all this shit is because you want girls, right? So that's why I'm doing this, okay? And this is kind of like an energetic dom. If you say, oh, well, Eddie Hall or Chris Bumstead is probably the dom because they're stronger than you, right? No, this is all about who is the energetic leader of the vibe, who is the energetic, stronger person, who's making the commands, who's really in charge, or who's more dominant emotionally and also just asserting themselves as the leader in any given interaction, etc. It doesn't always come down to physical, although I would say getting your physical attributes down, whether that's weightlifting, martial arts, all that good stuff to where you really can be him, where this is all like fun and games, like psychological warfare, but when shit hits the fan, right? And you really gotta see what's up with somebody. Like I'm saying I'm stronger than you. I'm saying I'm the dominant person here. But what happens when that other person goes, oh yeah? All right, let's see what happens. Because at the end of the day, we're in a physical world. We're in a physical realm. We can play all these psychological gay warfare games that you want, but when shit hits the fan, are you really him? That's why you need to have full congruence throughout this entire process. Enough BS, okay? Let's get into this. So be sick. Do not give a fuck. Do whatever you want, okay? You are the leader of your life. Unapologetic. You're always right. Why are you always right? Because you made the decision because it is your freaking life. You control the frame of how you see the world. And so if someone's going to tell you, Alex, you're wrong. You should have done this. You should have done that. Alex, why would you do this? That's so wrong. Brother, this is my life. I'll tell myself that it was right. Even if it's factually wrong, I'm right because I had reason to do so. I'm the leader of my life. This is my life. Okay. I'm going to fucking die. So if I want to tell myself I'm right, I'm going to be a little delusional and I'm going to be right because I told myself I'm right. I tell myself what's up. I don't let the world tell me what's up. You got me? So be unaffected, unable to be pulled. Oh, Alex, let's go here. Hurry up, hurry up. I do not get pulled. I'm emotionally grounded. I'm saying right here, I'm going at my pace through life. I'm not getting pulled by the world, by the climate, by the freaking girl. Okay. I am emotionally grounded. I'm going at my pace. I'm the leader of my life. I'm the stronger person emotionally, and I'm going to also be the leader. So do not readily comply with things. Take a moment before acting, right? This is where the emotional centeredness comes in. If you're emotionally centered and at an even keel, if someone makes a quick request for you to comply with things, you're going to be able to let that moment breathe for a second and catch things, not comply with things, not find yourself falling into traps because you're getting pulled all over the place by everybody. I mean, one like little shortcut is like literally just don't comply in general, right? But there are nuances there, but let's continue on here. Do things on your term. Be strong, be a rock, emotionally centered. And this term is kind of elusive and murky, so I get that. I would like to say, think of a good blank slate as far as internally. If you find internally that you're sad or kind of anxious or kind of hungry and kind of just on edge or something, you want to figure out how to push your actual physiologic buttons such that you would be in a more even keel, good, clear emotional state where you can ask yourself, how do you feel right now? And you're like, I feel fine, feel pretty good, feel capable, strong, feel satisfied. I'm good. Also, guys, this first point I talked about, do not give a crap, okay? You're going through life on your own terms. You do not care what the world has to think. Now, a lot of us tend to hide things and have privacy for things, right? Oh, I'm going to the bathroom. No one can see my wiener. Oh, I'm making this really non-PC whiteboard. The media's going to love this one. But guess what? I'm not hiding anything because this is my truth. This is the truth that I'm bringing to you. So I'm not hiding this, okay? Do not hide anything. Privacy and hiding things and changing how you behave for others and for the world and for the girl is not going to be attractive, and it's not dominant. In fact, you're submitting to the world. Dominance and submission, okay? You're not being dominant. You're not being the alpha. You are submitting to the world and what the world expects of you. I decide what I expect of myself. So I'm going to do exactly what I want. That's why dominant alpha males are completely transparent, completely congruent, completely unapologetic, because they are the leader of their own life. They do not let the world tell them what to do. They do not let the girl tell them what to do. They do not let the media tell them what to do. They live life on their terms because they are the leader, they are the alpha, they are the dominant person. Let me just make a little note here. All of this shit is stuff you should not do. So do not apologize or bend the knee. This means that you are not the alpha. You are not the decision maker in this scenario. You did something wrong. Someone else's frame is stronger than yours. You're submitting in this scenario, okay? I would not apologize or bend the knee, rarely ever. I don't know what nuances would come into this, but do not do it, because you are the leader of your own frame, the leader of your life, and you should never back down. Because when you're apologizing, you're just submitting, okay? Don't do it. We're all just naturally, we have a habit of submitting. I want to submit all the time. I want to submit all the time. Let's make a habit of submitting to other people. Brother, we're talking about how to be dominant masculine so that you can get a freaking girl for once in your life, okay? Let's see here. Do not be reactive or get flustered or get anxious. Oh, I'm super nervous. I'm super anxious. Why? Because the world is presenting a challenge that's too big for you, right? I thought you were the alpha. I thought you were the strongest person. I thought you were the dominant. No situation is too big for you. So if you're flustered or anxious, brother, my internal state is completely rock solid, strong, and clear, and I'm going to win any battle that the world throws at me. Even if I lose, even if I get my arms chopped off, okay? I believe I'm going to win because I'm the dom. It's very simple. Do not throw a tantrum. Are you a 4-year-old girl getting mad at her mommy? Do not throw a tantrum. In this example, you would be complaining. Are you complaining to mommy and daddy because you didn't get your way? I thought you were the alpha. I thought you were the dom. Do not complain or throw a tantrum. That's emotionally weak. It's also implying that someone else is in control of the situation and not yourself. Be emotionally centered, clear, and have a winner effect. When you have the winner effect, you just know you got it, because maybe you just won a freaking race, or maybe you just won a boxing match or something. You walk around like a winner, like a dom. I would say a shortcut to, like, what's one word, Alex, that can get me into this state? Winner effect. I just won a boxing match. I'm him. I'm going to stand here. I'm the dom. You know what I mean? I am the winner. I am him. You know, I'm completely open. I just won a match. I feel amazing. I feel great. I feel clear. I feel like if the world threw a baseball in my face, I wouldn't get flustered or care. Winner effect is super key, okay? You should not be lovey-dovey, because in this instance, like if you're cuddling, you're massaging her and this and that, you're essentially serving her. She should be pleasing and serving you. Because imagine if you dominated someone into submission, they should want to please you so that you can show them mercy. So essentially, she should always be pleasing and serving you and not the other way around. Also, this kind of means that you're just soft and feminine. It's just kind of gay. So avoid cuddling. This means you need her presence and softness and femininity, and you need to curl up into a soft little warm blanket and cuddle up at night because you're a strong alpha, right? Don't do it. On the backside of this whiteboard, guys, we're going to go into qualities of the dom and the sub, or the masculine, feminine, etc. And so, guys, how to assert this dominance is honestly like the more important thing. Like, imagine two people come together. It's like, well, what happens? Who becomes the dom? Who becomes the sub? Through challenge, through conflict, and through tension, okay? And so you need to create tension. You need to create challenge, tease her, neg, things like that. So give commands, expect compliance. You're asserting dominance. If you're the one giving commands, you're essentially assuming that you have the leadership role or stronger role. If you put in less effort and make them come to you, that means you're the more valuable person in that scenario. Also, if they're qualifying to you, meaning that they're going to prove themselves and say what attributes they have good about themselves, instead of you trying to sell yourself and qualify yourself to the other person. Don't fish for compliments. Don't seek their approval, because you don't care about their freaking approval. They're beneath you. I thought you're the dom and the alpha. And if anything, you should be the one giving approval for them. Oh, you know, that's okay. Whatever. I don't really give a fuck. Anyways, tease and rattle and frustrate. Rile things up, create tension, create controversy. Is that the best you got? Like, seriously, I thought we actually had a challenge here. I mean, come on. Freaking tease them. Tease the crap out of them. Frustrate them, and then win. And now you've asserted yourself as a dominant person, and they will relax into a full ditzy femininity, because you're eventually fighting them, winning, and then getting them to completely surrender and admit, I've lost, I'm the weaker sex. I'm the feminine here. Be nice, be girly. And in order to do that, you have to create a challenge and create conflict and tension. Handle teasings, tests, or challenges by being unmoved, unaffected, and maintaining your respect, strength, and dominance. You simply being the stronger, better one. Seek signs of like full submission, full surrender, that ditzy femininity, right? Seek signs of full submission to firmly delineate, make it clear for everyone involved that, yep, she is the feminine, weaker sex. I am the dominant, masculine sex. Disqualify and threaten rapport. Be able to walk away. Who has more power? The person that's able to walk away because they're stronger, they're better, they have more abundance, they have more options, and they're cooler and sexier. And guys, see how there's an opposite thing. I'm talking about not being emotionally reactive and being emotionally centered. But on the contrary, it's literally an opposite, polar opposite yin and yang thing, because you want her to be emotionally reactive. That's exactly what you're trying to do. You're trying to rile her up. You're trying to spark emotions. So get them emotionally reactive. That's exactly what teasing does. It jolts them. Like, there's that sense of challenge, there's that sense of tension, there's that sense of conflict. Like, I'm literally telling you to directly tease her, directly disrespect her, directly leave validation and attention voids that essentially signal my attention is better served elsewhere. I don't care enough about you. These types of things. These are going to threaten her ego. And then she's going to want to seek more rapport. We're talking about, don't be so rapport seeking with girls, but break rapport and stuff like that. Well, when you do validation and attention voids, you're essentially saying, I'm okay to walk away. My attention is better served elsewhere. And in doing so, you will draw the other person to seek rapport with you. So you break rapport and they seek rapport. Isn't that awesome? Everything is literally opposites. Making them nothing. So like really just hurting their sense of ego because you're, again, the stronger, better one. So they should feel like the lesser, weaker one. I don't make the rules. It's win or loser. There's one person on top, or you can be a liberal person that believes everyone's equal and then have a nice relationship where you guys just like kind of dangle your flaccid peepees together and leave it at that. So saying whatever you want, breaking rules equals laughter. Oh, making girls laugh is cool. There's a very fine line of ways to make laughter work. Most ways of creating laughter with humor are probably not good because you're attempting to perform and qualify for her, right? And try to, hey guys, hey group, this and that. No, actually, when you say whatever you want and it's more of a rebellious vibe and you're saying whatever you want, when you're breaking rules and they laugh, that's the type of laughter you want. That's the type of humor you want, where it's almost a rebellious humor because you're breaking rules. You're saying, I'm the leader of my life. I do not abide by these external rules by the girl or by the media or by the world. I am the leader. I'm the alpha. I'm the dominant person. So you say whatever you want and you're breaking rules and you're saying out of pocket things, that laughter is okay. Do not hide things or need privacy or say you didn't do something. Again, alphas are fully transparent, congruent. They don't apologize for anything. Be fully okay with who you are because you're the stronger, better one. So what is the lesser person going to say? Do not take things seriously. They're below you. You're unable to handle situations in the world. No, everything is freaking handleable. You can handle anything. You are the stronger person. You don't get scared. You don't get nervous. You don't get anxious because you got this. You're the better one. The world is not better than you. The world is not unhandleable by you. Do not second guess yourself. Be decisive. Every decision you make is the right decision. Even if you missed a turn and you guys now have to go an extra 5 minutes, like, do not apologize for that. You are in the driver's seat. You're making the decisions. Do not apologize for anything. Actually, the longer path was better because there could have been a crash somewhere else and it is what it is and you're going to like it. This is how it goes. I'm the dominant. I'm the alpha. I do not second guess myself. I do not overthink. I'm in flow and I keep going into the future unapologetically. I'm not in my head. I'm in my body. And I'm just very in flow. I feel great because I'm a winner. Do not be weak or unable to handle pain, emotions, or tension. Handle them. If someone tells you, oh, you have to go jump in that cold water, you have to go like do snow angels in the snow with your shirt off, like, you're going to be able to do that because you can handle the pain. You are strong. Do not let her make the decisions. You lead. Okay. You're the dominant one. So why are you letting the lesser person make the decisions? You're in control. You lead. You make the decisions. Okay. You're in a flow state. Everything you say or do is right. And that's how the group will go. I don't make the rules. So guys, when you do whatever you want and you don't give a fuck, again, you are the leader of your life. Okay. The green is good. Red is bad. Don't do it. Okay. The opposite of doing whatever you want is changing how you behave for others. Oh, in this situation, I have to do a button up tie and I have to be polite in this situation. And I have to change. Oh, I can't say that here. I can't say that here. Oh, I can't do that here. When you're too polite and you abide by the rules of others and about society too much, that means that the society has dominance over you. You do whatever you want in any situation. You do not change or hide anything about who you are or change how you act for anyone in any scenario. Teasing, this gets you emotionally reactive and it asserts yourself as a dominant one because you're essentially doing little jabs. Imagine an imaginary boxing fight. You do the little jab and, she might just completely submit. Oh, okay, yes, and completely submit right off the bat. A lot of girls will challenge you because their egos are massive. So you're going to get into a tease battle and eventually win, eventually hold her down and make her submit. And now she's a ditzy, dainty sub for you and she loves you. Okay. So get picked on, be nice and unharmful. Never tease because you might offend somebody. Oh, sorry. You know what I mean? You're putting these girls as these like huge, massive creatures that have dominance over you. And if you tease them, they might get mad. Or you're so afraid of harming someone. Oh, I'm too strong. So I really don't want to harm others. Like the world doesn't want to see my power. This is another logical fallacy that people fall into. Saying I don't want to harm others is actually a cope for I'm actually scared and afraid of tension. Neg, or the contrary is be nice, compliments, etc. Break rapport versus get people to like you. Frustrate versus keep the peace. Get under skin versus be unharmful. Get emotional versus be polite. Okay, guys. And like they say, girls love the asshole. They love the player. Player just means person who gets a lot of girls. Player has more of a connotation that like this guy just knows what he's doing. And so obviously they will like him. And there's that competition and that pre-selection, the jealousy and things like that. Whereas the asshole is not necessarily a player. The asshole might be someone who just doesn't give a fuck and they're willing and able to create fights, tension, break rapport, and then win those fights and break rapport, etc., and be the dom essentially. So the asshole is just essentially a guy that is able to create tension and then be dominant and rise above that tension in the other person. So stuff like making them angry, the asshole, they always frustrate girls. They always make the girls angry. Well, what is this doing? It's getting the girl emotionally reactive, which emotionally reactive is weakness. And it's also engagement, right? Getting her attention. They're getting the emotions that they need. They're also getting the tension that they need for attraction. And then this is also just like confrontation. So when they get them angry, this guy maybe just like completely doesn't care about the whole thing. And the girl's like trying to get back at him and talk some sense in him. And he just doesn't give a fuck. So frustrating them, create tension, pick fights, and then win and assert your dominance. When she's trying to like get back at you and rile you up and you're just completely unmovable, you're doing your own thing. You're like, hey, I'm getting some fucking McDonald's, like shut the fuck up. You essentially make them surrender and admit defeat, right? Because you are the leader. There is no changing that. There is no changing that. I'm a stronger one. I'm a less emotionally reactive person. I'm the leader. I make all the decisions. And if you don't like it, if you get mad, great, because that's just making you weaker and weaker and crazier and crazier. And I get full feminine submission eventually if she settles and accepts that she is the submissive feminine one. That's what you want, the ditzy, dainty feminine. She loves pleasing her man. And the thing is, when you get really good at getting girls emotionally reactive, the girl becomes the crazy one because she's so emotionally wrapped up in this whole thing that girls become crazy. And then, all my ex-boyfriends were assholes and like they just turned me insane. I can't deal with it, like this and that. No, actually, they had you like in a really good spot probably, and that's why you dated all of them. So some summarizations here. So essentially all of this stuff, keeping the peace, being polite, being nice, compliments, getting people to like you. I want to be polite and just get by, and I don't want to create any conflict. No conflict here. I do not want to fight because I will lose and I suck and I'm a loser, okay? I do not want to fight. Please do not fight me, okay? Because I cannot win. Oh, let's get rid of tension. We do not want any tension, any emotions or any tension that we got. Let's just get it out of here. Entropy it down, flush it out into the universe. We do not want tension. Like, keep the peace, please. This and that. Versus the guy who's just, I want to rile up the world because I'm being my authentic, genuine self, projecting into the world. I'm the leader of my life and actually the leader of others in the world. And so I'm willing and able to create challenge in this world. I'm able to challenge the world, challenge others, tease, neg, be myself, say what I want to say, be rebellious, make jokes. So that's where you're creating tension versus getting rid of tension, right? That's the summarization of that whole thing. And then similarly on this side, strong versus weak, lazy. Like if you feel lazy, yeah, you're pretty feminine and gay in that situation. Capable. I'm ready to do this, ready and able to do this. I can't go. I don't have any motivation. I'm tired. If you're ready to go and you're hard and you're strong, that's masculinity. Okay. If you feel tired, if you feel weak, if you feel lazy, there's friction to do stuff, a lack of motivation, yeah, you're feminine. Softness, oh, I just want to curl up in a ball and warm water and all this stuff. Hard guys, I'm going to run out into the snow, pick up a bunch of snow, eat it, do snowing angels in there. This world's tension and pain cannot get through me. I'm unaffected and tough. I'm not sensitive. I do not need serotonin versus I'm cuddly and I need to be in this warm ball and like cuddle up with my girl, right? I'm emotionally clear and strong versus being anxious or sad or nervous or really elated and happy. Yeah, all over the place. If you're too emotional in any way, you're not emotionally strong because the strongest emotional point is a centered, strong ground, winner effect. And so if you're any of those things, yeah, it's not good. Yeah. Winner effect, I feel good versus I feel like crap. I just feel like a loser. I feel sad. I just lost. Soft and submissive. The feminine is the weaker sex. Strong, winner effect, dominant, masculinity. That's what it is. You have a high self-esteem. You see very highly of yourself because you are very successful. And even if you're not very successful, you think very highly of yourself and you're willing and able to be a leader and a dominant person in any given interaction. Versus, oh, I have like a shaky self-esteem, not that great of a self-esteem. Maybe I'm a loser or I just don't believe in myself and I can't do this. The girl's going to take charge. Okay. These girls, they have high self-esteem. You need to really whip them into shape via this riling up the world, challenging, creating tension, being an asshole stuff, frustrate the hell out of them. Anyways, guys, this is pretty much it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Actually, I'm just a normal dude, if you didn't happen to notice. So if any of this stuff seems like, no, this isn't expert advice, Alex, you're exactly right because I just freaking made it up and I put it on this whiteboard. However, you might take a second and think, wait, actually, what he said was like actually right. Like most, like 90% of it was probably right. And yeah, I'm sure there's more details to the story that I could add, but I only have like a couple square feet of whiteboard space here, bud. And maybe I'll make another video on it so you can binge all my videos and then YouTube will recommend more of my stuff. So yeah, take of it what you will, dude.